we are just meant to be, if only you and I. Don't you lose sight of what you want. Care about the simple things in life that bring you joy and wait away.
How's it going, my Floridians? This is for the Awhile ones back with a story time. I haven't did these in a minute, in a while, ever since like July, August of last year. But I'm gonna start them up again because I just thought of some really interesting stories that happened from the past. And what about a story from one of the times I fumbled? Now, fumbling is a canon event for all of us guys. And you know what else us guys like to fumble? That's right, our electronics. Whether it's your cell phone that accidentally takes a tumble, or your kids accidentally pull the dang cable or the charging cord, and they end up pulling the dang game console, the dang TV down, or they end up busting up some other electronic. Which that brings us to today's sponsor, to Access Tech down here in St. Mary's, Georgia. They are a local company that has sponsored my channel, and they specialize in tech repair, and not just screen repairs, but also repairing ports, repairing motherboards, repairing speakers, and all kinds of electronics. If you have something that's broke, definitely go see them, and I have more info on them in the video description below. But the fumble with this Redhead was just, oh my gosh. In fact, this whole year, not this year, but like this year that I'm out, back in 2017, was probably the year that I fumbled so many girls because I didn't pick up on body language. Because you know girls ain't going to tell us what they want or if they're into us or not. But I fumbled so many girls. But this one in particular was like, bruh. So this fumble takes place, I think, December 18th. 2017, whatever that Friday was, right before Christmas. It was, I was in 10th grade. No, I was in, yeah, was it? No, I was in 11th grade, and we were doing our end of course test, aka the EOCs. So the whole scheduling with the schooling was like all messed up that week. That way people could do their EOCs. Like I think classes were normally an hour and a half long. Well, now they were 2 hours long, and it's flip flopped every day for every class. Now, if you had over, I think, like an 80 in the class, you got to skip the EOC. Some of them were mandatory, but the times were all messed up, so that led to everybody having really wonky lunches. So there was this one redhead girl, Haley, more on her later, that I met spring of 2017 at the little local carnival here. And I was making advances at her, and then, but she kind of didn't really pay up no mind. So then I thought, come spring of 2017 after the carnival, there was this one guy, RJ Woodard, that would have these crazy house parties way out in the middle of Cannon County. And I saw her at a couple of these parties, and I tried to make some moves there, but she was kind of drunk, which is kind of crazy because at the time I was 17. She was in a grade above me, so she was also 17, but she was an 11th grader. No, yeah. I was a 10th grader. She was in 11th grade. No, damn it. Okay, so when I first met her, she was in 11th grade. I was in 10th grade. This story takes place when I was in 11th grade and she was a senior, because I first met her in the spring and she had 1 year left. So, I got to talking to her in the hallway because, kids back in high school and Southern Day, they were cringy. Then we walked the hallways, talked, some of them held hands. I did that with her a little bit, a couple times. Cringy teenager shit. So I got to talking to her and everything, and everything was everything was going pretty well. I was trying to see her out of school to do exactly what you expect 17-year-old me to do. And of course, I was with a girl that was a year older than me, so I was like freaking in. And so here comes these EOC testing, and we actually had a and surprisingly, if you look at Camden County High School, I know I'm doxing myself, but if you look at where the ninth grade center is, it's all the way over there by the bus barn. If you look at Google Maps, and me and her parked way over in front of the auditorium. And if I had to say that this walk was about 3/4 of a mile, it was legit 3/4 of a mile because I was on K Hall and she was somewhere over there in the ninth grade center. So then I'm walking to the building to go do lunch, and then I see her walking down the hallway too. So I was like, oh crap, hey Haley, because that was my crush at the time. And I was like, what are you doing? So then we get to walking and talking, and then so we get out to the parking lot, and I thought she was just dropping something off in her car, and that's when she told me, I'm about to go get something to eat. Did you want to go with me too? And my dumb behind dead ass told her that we ain't really supposed to be sneaking out of school like this without getting properly signed out. I'm gonna go back to the cafeteria, but then luckily something snapped in my head and said, you better go with this girl. So then I go with this girl and I'm riding in her car. And like we're still talking and stuff. But and I freeze, like I lock up and I'm just looking at her. She had these blue jeans on, like kind of like a low cutish top with a little cardigan on. Like she was looking fine as hell. This girl was 18, bro. I was all over this girl, but I didn't really make a move or touch or nothing. We ended up going to Zaxby's for lunch. She actually bought me Zaxby's. She is such a real one for that, and I still respect her to this day because she did that. But like that happened, and then we went back to the school. And the whole time I'm like, why not? When I was in the car with this girl, did I try to make a move with her? Why did I tell her to not pull over at the park? That nobody was at. Because keep in mind, this happened at about 11:30 in the morning, so nobody was really out and about. And the county was a little smaller back in 2017 compared to now. So I could have been, getting a little touchy feely, telling her, hey, why don't you pull over to the dang park? Why don't you pull over to the dang park real quick and we could do a little something. But I didn't think to do any of that. I just sat there and just had my food there. I don't want to eat in her car because she just thought it was brand new. And so we're back in class and I'm eating and I'm just like, oh my God, I just had the chance to actually make a move on this girl that I've been crushing on for the last 9 months. And I didn't try to do nothing. Needless to say, I was on my Juice WRLD arc before Juice WRLD got popular with the same girl. More on her because stuff that's another story for another day. But I hated how I fumbled this. I was in the car with her. I could have just did anything and I could have did something, but I didn't. So that's how I fumbled the Redhead. I'm going to be dropping another video soon about my other times that I have fumbled girls. And it's all happened within the same year. I'm telling you, bro, 2017 was not my year with girls because I had my dang hit on, right? But I'm making another video on top 5 girls that I have fumbled. So with that said, thank you for watching My Floridians, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.